In this video, we're going to create the product image component for the photo of the sneaker, and we're going to change our product customizer into a component as well, so it can contain all the other components. So here's our index.html file in its current state, with just our little hello world element here. And here's the mockup. So we're going to create the component for this product image and the wrapper. Switching back to my editor, we're going to get started here. Currently, product customizer is just an element. We're going to change this. We're going to make this into a component. Now, there are two kinds of components that you can create in React. You can create functions and you can create classes. Usually we start out with functions because they're simpler to do. And then if we need more power, we can always change them into a class later. So I'm going to redefine this as a function. So doing it this way, we're creating what's called a functional component. When you write one of these, it always takes the argument of props. We're not going to use this yet, but just know that when you create these, this is basically the signature you're going to be using. And so I'm going to copy this element that I created up here, get rid of this definition, and I'm just going to paste this in right here. And the primary job of our functional component is to return some sort of React element. So I'm just going to return it like this. And then I need to change what I'm passing into React DOM render. Right now, I'm just passing in the component directly. But what React DOM wants is an element. So we'll just say react.createElement down here and pass in our product customizer component. So this is going to create an element which is represented by this component here and render it into the browser. No big deal. We can save this, Prettier reformats it for me, and we can jump back over to the browser to make sure that I haven't made a terrible mistake so far. So here we are in the index.html file. I'll reload. Great. It still works. We're good so far. So now that we've done this, we need to create our product image component. So let's call this product image. And we'll pass in props as the argument. So now that I've created this, I'm going to update my product customizer so that it includes my new product image, even though I'm not actually doing anything in the function yet. This third argument to React create element is what's going to appear inside that element. So I'm going to call react.createElement again and reference my new product image component. So I'm going to follow the convention that I followed here in my mockup file. I have this wrapping div called product image. So let's copy that class. Come back over to app.js. And I'm creating a div tag. I'm going to pass in a class name of product image. And then I'm going to create my element which instantiates the product image component using react.createElement again. If you're getting tired of writing this, just you wait. We'll soon have relief. So this is going to be my product image. I'm creating an element for this product image component. All right. Now we need to define what the product image component actually does. Looking back here in my mockup, all it is an image tag. It's an image tag that's going to be updating with the active color. But all I need right now is this tag. So let's copy it over here into my app.js file, just so we know what we're doing. And we're going to return yet another react.createElement. First argument is the type, which is going to be an image tag. And then the props that we're going to pass in will be the source. And I can just copy this straight out of here for now. And we'll use the alt as well. It was blank originally, which is not great for accessibility. So let's just call this product image for now. I can delete this, save the whole thing. It gets reformatted a little bit. And now we can switch back to the browser and take a look. I'll reload. And there we go. We have a red shoe showing up on the page. No hello world stuff. So I'll open up the developer tools using Command Option I here on my Mac. And I'll switch to the React DevTools. You can see here's my product customizer component with the div for the customizer and the product image, And here's my product image component. Now you'll note all these components are capitalized. When you're creating components in React, you want to make sure that they are capitalized, which is a convention that we follow in React so that React knows the difference between elements that we're expecting to be just plain HTML elements like these divs and the components that we're creating. So always capitalize your components. So there we are. Product image, product customizer. Everything looks good. So now you've just created 2 components, and we're ready to move on to the next step.